This week on What Works for Me, Odell and Reisner have hit on what may be the most deadly food plot strategy we've seen in a long time. It really works great up here in the Midwest where you have these vast fields of corn. And that's to come in and plow strips inside the cornfield, lanes if you will. And the deer feel real comfortable feeding out in the corn. They're safe out in the tall corn, but they'll hit these strips, say of Maximum or Green Patch Plus, and they'll feed down these strips. And if you have a bow stand or a tower blind at the end of one of these strips, it can be a deadly scenario. And again, the deer are so comfortable feeding out into the corn earlier in the afternoon, and then they'll hit these lanes and come right to the tree stand. It's a deadly scenario. Let's watch and see how these guys perfected it.
As Dave and I have evolved as hunters, and it's just part of the maturation process as we learn more and more about whitetails, and specifically how we can better use BioLogic. One of the things we've come up with is we'd like to plant a food plot within a destination food plot.
Late August, go in there, mow some strips down, and plant some green fruit sources. this not only creates an edge, but it creates an all-year attractant because you're going to have fresh green to go with those beans or corn.
It sucks those deer in, and then also from a filming perspective, it gets them in those strips where we can go ahead and get video and hopefully make a harvest.
And I think it really even works best in cornfields because in a cornfield, it's hard to see the deer anyway. So it not only gives you an opportunity to view that animal, but they're going to be keying in on those food sources. This year I planted honey oats in one, which is more of an early season October, November draw, and I planted Maximum in the other one, which is more of a December, January draw. So, you get the best of bow season and gun seasons all combined within that destination food plot.
And that's a good tip. If you have a destination food source that's large and you want to get in tighter to the deer, go ahead and use your BioLogic. Either create an inside corner right on the edge of a timber, or go ahead and just plant some strips where you can, get that deer in your effective range, whether it's a bow or a gun. You can utilize those BioLogic products because they are so palatable at the right time of year to get those deer right where you want.
This hunt happened so fast, but we planned it this way. We have all this corn everywhere. We've got BioLogic down the middle of it.
They're going to go to those strips because it's a good palatable food source that time of year, and I think you're going to have a lot more success.